Welcome to today's session. We are going to look at fisheries policy, law, and professional ethics. In this unit, we have three broad sections, and that is number one, the fisheries policy, that is mainly concerned with the national policies under the State Department of Fisheries, Aquaculture, and the blue economy. The second phase is on the fisheries law, and here we are mainly concerned with the National Fisheries Act, and our reference point is the Fisheries Act 2016. We will further look at the international laws with main focus on United Nations conventions on the law of the sea. Then finally, the third section will be on professional ethics, and here we'll be referring to the Public Service Code of Conduct, and the point of reference will be the Public Service Code of Conduct and Ethics of 2016. Before we go into details of the three sections that I've mentioned, let's look at an overview of Kenyan fisheries governance. And the fisheries in Kenya is governed by several institutions, and the main ones are five. The first institution within the industry is what we call the State Department of Fisheries, Aquaculture, and the blue economy. This institution is mandated to create an enabling environment for the development of the fisheries industry. The second institution is the Kenya Fisheries Service, and this one is mandated to conserve, manage, and develop the Kenyan fisheries and aquaculture resources. Number three is the Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute, also called KEMFRI, and this one is mandated to conduct research on aquatic systems and disseminate its findings to relevant departments for the purpose of decision making, policy making, and other decisions relevant to the industry. The third institution is the Regional Development Authorities that were created in 1979, also by an Act of Parliament. These authorities are mandated to plan, coordinate, implement, and monitor and further evaluate fisheries development projects and programs within their areas of jurisdiction. Then the last institution are the county governments, departments of fisheries, aquaculture, and the blue economy. This department's mandate is to create an enabling environment for the development of the industry at a county level. So basically, their mandate is just a replication of the mandate of the State Department of Fisheries, Aquaculture, and the blue economy. However, theirs is at the county level. Fisheries industry in Kenya is broadly governed and regulated by the Fisheries Act of 2016. Within this act, at the apex of the management is the Fisheries Council, which consists of a committee of cabinet secretaries. Below the council is the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock, Fisheries, and Cooperatives. This is where the fisheries industry is domiciled. And under this ministry, there are three key departments. That is the State Department of Fisheries, Aquaculture, and the blue economy. We have the Kenya Fisheries Service, and we have Kenya Marine and Fisheries Research Institute. On controls and monitoring within the industry, we have input controls such as effort restrictions. Here I refer to issues like boats, fishing gear, fishing crew, efficiency of the fishing gear, and all that. That is a function of the county governments. Then monitoring, control, and surveillance is done by Kenya Coast Guard Service. This one is under the Ministry of Defense. Then the issues of fish import and export is regulated by the Kenya Fisheries Service. Up to that point, we are going now to take our assignments for the first unit or the first lecture. And the assignments shall be done both in groups and at individual levels. For the group assignments, we have 3 groups. Group 1, identify and describe any 4 national policies under the State Department of Fisheries, Aquaculture and the Blue Economy. Identify and describe any 4 national policies under the State Department of Fisheries, Aquaculture and the Blue Economy. Group 2 assignment is discuss the management structure, institutional roles, and regulatory provisions governing fisheries industry in Kenya as provided in the Fisheries Act 2016. Discuss the management structure, institutional roles, and regulatory provisions governing the fisheries industry in Kenya as provided in the Fisheries Act of 2016. Group number 3, discuss the code of conduct and ethics for public officers in Kenya, its enforcement and penalties for contravention. Discuss the code of conduct and ethics for public officers in Kenya, its enforcement and penalties for contravention. And finally, on individual assignment to be done individually, highlighting the various agreements signed since its inception. Describe the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Highlighting the various agreements signed since its inception. Describe the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Highlighting the various agreements signed since its inception. Describe the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. Up to that point, we are going to stop for today's lecture. In our next lecture, we are going to look at the process of developing a policy. That is policy development process. I wish you all the best in your assignments, and let's meet in our next class.